देश में अभी कई ऐसे मुद्दे उठे हुए हैं जिसमें लोगों से लेकर स्टूडेंट्स भी यूनियन के खिलाफ दिख रहे हैं। जहां आए दिन एक के बाद एक बड़े झटके पीएम नरेंद्र मोदी को मिले हैं। वहीं आपको बता दें कि सबसे बड़ा झटका उन्हें इस साल 18th लोकसभा इलेक्शंस में मिला है, जब उनकी पार्टी 400 पार के नारे को सच नहीं कर पाई है। जहां कई लोग इस बात से काफी दुखी थे, वहीं आपको बता दें कि कई लोग बेहद खुश भी थे, क्योंकि उनके हिसाब से अब जाकर देश में डेमोक्रेसी देखने को मिली है और इक्वल वोट्स लोगों में बटे हैं। इस मामले में कई लोगों की अपनी राय रही है कि असल में पीएम नरेंद्र मोदी की 400 पार तो क्या 240 पर आज सिमट गए हैं। उसी में सीनियर एडवोकेट कपिल सिब्बल भी कुछ ऐसे एनालिसिस लेकर अब हमारे सामने आ पहुंचे हैं। अपने दिल से सेगमेंट में उन्होंने किन कारणों को ब्लेम किया है पीएम मोदी के हारने के पीछे के लिए और क्या ये बातें सही है, इस वीडियो में हम देखेंगे। सीनियर एडवोकेट कपिल सिब्बल को इस सेगमेंट में ज्वाइन किया है लॉ फील्ड के कई इंपॉर्टेंट लोगों ने, जिसमें पॉलिटिशियन मनीष तिवारी who recently won the लोकसभा सीट ऑफ चंडीगढ़, सीनियर एडवोकेट विवेक तन्खा जो कि 2016 से राज्यसभा के मेंबर रहे हैं, और कार्ति चिदम्बरम पी चिदम्बरम के बेटे who registered a comfortable victory from तमिलनाडु's शिवगंगा कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी। आपको बता दें कि ये तीनों कांग्रेस पार्टी से बिलोंग करते हैं। ऐसे आपको ध्यान भी होगा कि सीनियर एडवोकेट कपिल सिब्बल ने पहले कहा भी है कि अगर एक लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड होता तो बीजेपी शायद ये 240 सीट्स भी नहीं जीत पाती और उनके खाते में 150 से ज्यादा सीट्स नहीं आते। अपने इस सेगमेंट में उन्होंने इस बात पर काफी फोकस किया है कि लोगों में बीजेपी और पीएम नरेंद्र मोदी का असली चेहरा सामने आया है और उनकी कही हुई बातों के लिए उन्हें खूब फटकार पड़ी है। पीएम मोदी द्वारा स्पीचेस को एक मेन कारण बताते हुए सीनियर एडवोकेट कपिल सिब्बल ने कहा है,
There's another very important factor which I think resulted in Modi's downsizing. The kind of speeches he made, talking about Mangal Sutra, Hindu-Muslim buffaloes, your bank balance will be taken away, the tutti in your house will be taken away. Now, ordinary people watching this realized that what's happened to our Prime Minister, right? And they were wondering as to why a Prime Minister of a country is saying this. Now the reason why they won the 2019 was the capture of the mainstream media, and the reason why they lost 2024 that they could not capture the social media.
इसमें आगे फर्दर ऐड करते हुए कार्ति चिदम्बरम ने कहा कि इंडिपेंडेंट जर्नलिस्ट ने भी इस पूरे मामले में एक इम्पोर्टेंट रोल प्ले किया है एंड स्टेटेड
YouTubers who would make satire, who would communicate more plainly in a local language and localize their communication. In fact, a senior journalist, a very seasoned journalist who traveled in UP said for the first time she saw people in villages mocking the Prime Minister.
You're right.
That she actually told me was telling, because they always had a grudging respect for the Prime Minister before. They would never mock him personally, but this time they started mocking him. And the fact that they didn't allow that Rangila candidate to contest, that again had an effect. And it was talked about. And the fact that in Indore and in Surat, I think, where they had somebody withdraw, then again they said, this is going to be the case. There will be no elections anymore. And they will strong up everybody and pushing them out. I think they were cognizant of this.
इसके बाद एक इंटरेस्टिंग कन्वर्सेशन में सीनियर एडवोकेट कपिल सिब्बल ने कह दिया कि अगर अभी भी वापस से इलेक्शंस हो जाए तो बीजेपी 240 भी सीटें नहीं जीत पाएगी। और उनके गेस्ट ने इस मौके पर क्या कहा है, आगे देखते हैं।
His number would not be 240 but would be 160.
Yeah. But Kapilji, another big factor.
The vulnerability of the man has now been established.
Another big factor which we are missing out, the devaluation of institutions.
Of course.
It was weighing with the people. Whether it is the courts, whether it is the election commission, whether it's the CBI, the agencies, the misuse, all that was weighing a lot with the people.
It is as if the Prime Minister was above the law.
That's
he could say anything.
One-sided action against members of the opposition. Arresting a sitting chief minister.
Two of them.
One was just resigned. Two chief ministers they're not getting bail. It was very telling. People said if this can happen, they can arrest any chief minister and put him in jail.
That was a big issue.
That had an effect.
And the electoral bonds issue.
Yes, it exposed them.
It exposed them completely. And people talked about how did they have so much money and how do they have so much money. And then they had captured everything. They had captured the reservation of helicopters. The opposition didn't have space. But having said all that, they swept certain states without an opposition. How do you explain that? That's the other problem.
Maybe there's been a society
यहाँ पर एक पॉइंट पॉलिटिशियन मनीष ने भी रखा कि इस इंसिडेंट की शुरुआत जहाँ लोगों में बीजेपी और पीएम को लेकर मिसट्रस्ट पैदा हो गया था, दिसंबर में हुआ था, जहाँ पार्लियामेंट्री ब्रीच की बात एकदम से उठी थी और कैसे इस पार्लियामेंट सेशन में पहली बार देश ने इतने मिनिस्टर्स को सस्पेंड होता देखा था। He stated,
December of 2023, specifically on the 13th of December 2023, when there was a smoke bomb attack in the Lok Sabha, the authoritarian manner in which it was dealt with when the opposition asked questions, with the entire opposition being expelled lock, stock and barrel from both houses of parliament.
146 of them.
Maybe 70 or both
Both put together.
Oh, I see.
This was absolutely unprecedented. And I think somewhere deep down, that started troubling the people of India. That you were possibly heading towards a one-party state. That 2024 may be the last elections that this country will see. There was talk which was articulated by members of the ruling party that the Constitution of India would be either substantially amended or even abrogated and replaced by a new constitution.
Do you think that's because of the 400 Par slogan?
That's right. I think it's basically, it's a 400 Par slogan coupled with the rhetoric which was coming out of their leaders, which touched a very raw nerve somewhere. Coupled with that, of course, had been the undeniable assault to the idea of India over the past 10 years. You know, the weakening of institutions, the misuse of law enforcement and intelligence instrumentality, and nobody knows that better than you and Vivek ji here. So all put together, it created a sense of serious unease, especially among the marginalized sections of society, whether linguistically, religiously, or even from an economic standpoint. Then, of course, there was this entire spectre of crony capitalism, which had become almost offensive and ugly, if I can put it in those words. And then, when the elections came, people of India invested in the ballot box. And they brought the BJP down substantially. In fact, if people would have had the confidence that the opposition can actually win, these numbers would have been much more. That's my sense of it.
सीनियर एडवोकेट कपिल सिब्बल ने यहाँ पर वो रीजन भी अपने हिसाब से बताया है जिसकी वजह से ही बीजेपी यूपी में हारी है एंड स्टेटेड
Ayodhya, if I may say, the reason why they lost Ayodhya because all the land has been occupied by people who are coming from outside. The most expensive real estate in the country today is Ayodhya, right? And the small shopkeepers, they have lost their trade. All the merchants have lost their trade. People from outside have come and settled. So there was an intense anger within the local community, and that's how that verdict came. I don't think it is symptomatic of the larger picture. This is my own feeling, but I may be wrong. Come, Karthi, let me.
इस पूरे वीडियो को देखने के बाद आपके मन में भी कई ख्याल चल रहे होंगे, तो उन्हें हमारे साथ जरूर शेयर करें. Until then, keep following लॉ चक्रा.